The Ascension. September 2014. Beloved one, I have been telling you my story, my adventures after the resurrection. Now we will talk about the Ascension. Truly in your holy scriptures you have an account, a very short, abbreviated account, of my ascension before some of the disciples and some of the ones who were following me. It is a very short account, and it says that I ascended into heaven in a great light, and I did. I knew that I was not confined to the body. I wanted to make demonstration of the light that we are, and to do a tactic, if you will, which would allow the ones who were seeking after me in order to silence what I would be speaking of, the ones who ordered the crucifixion, to think that I was gone. There was a rumor that had gone out that I was still activating a body and I was still teaching, and there were ones who wanted to find me who pursued the disciples and the friends and were harassing them to learn where I was, because if they had not silenced me in the way that they thought would silence me, they wanted to find me again and do a better job of it. So I decided that I would do the ascension that is written about in your holy writings and that I would let ones know that I had left. One Yeshua has ascended into heaven and is gone from your midst, and you do not have to worry about him any longer. So I made the demonstration, and the story went out that I had ascended unto the Father. Now, we have talked about the sea voyage to Gaul, going into what you now call Germany, going to Britain, going into the colder northern regions and walking across the landmass into what you have called the New World, into North America, and then to South America as well, to visit with the people there and to find the commonality of human experience and oneness, no matter what geographical location we were in. These were years, as you measure linear time, of some centuries, because it took a while to walk, to travel, to stay in the villages, to meet with ones who truly were friends from other lifetimes and other experiences. Some of the ones that you would acknowledge as being the native tribes in the New World, North and South, were ones who had been with me in the spaceships as well. You see, an incarnation upon a landmass is not usually the first incarnation that ones have. Ones usually find themselves in space because it is wide open, because it is inviting, because it is adventuresome. Then there is the feeling that they want to experience gravity, as you call it, of living upon a landmass and seeing the various structures of nature on the landmass, so there are then the incarnations on different planetary bodies. You have done that, and this is not, of course, your first lifetime here. It is not your first lifetime ever, because you are the extension of the one Creator and you are creative, and so therefore you have asked, what more is there to experience? What more can I create? Every day you create the day and the experiences in that day. After we had lived many years in what you call North America, which extended into what is now Canada, and we had adventured down as far as the tip of South America, we traversed back over some of the areas we had visited before and found our way back to friends in what you now call Tibet. We wanted to spend time with the masters in Tibet. It was a great time of celebration. We shared with the masters our joy. Everything truly is joy. You are created in joy. That is your true nature, joy, ease of being, creativeness. But as has been the human evolvement, or perhaps devolvement, there has been more emphasis placed upon the challenges, how to create the challenges and then how to create a way to come out of the challenges. Now you are beginning to understand the expanded self, the spiritual self, not just the human self, but the spiritual self that truly activates the human self and the physical self, and to go beyond even the mental self to the place of knowing expanded consciousness of spirit. When we had conversed with the masters long enough, then we said, we are going to take leave of the physical bodies and we are going to ascend into our true nature. And so there was an ascension, a second ascension if you will, that is not recorded in what you have available to you right now. It was written by ones who witnessed it, but those writings have been buried and will at some time come to light. We ascended, Miriam and I, in front of the masters in Tibet, and we allowed some of the physicality to remain with Holy Mother Earth, the dust of the earth. And that is what it was. It was not the bones, it was not a skeleton, but it went immediately to dust, and the wind carried it to all parts of Holy Mother Earth. Those years, as I have shared with you, were years of enjoyment, of being in joy, being able to speak with friends. Even if we did not know the language and the sounds of the various languages that have grown up on Holy Mother Earth, we knew intuitively, mind to mind, what was being said and expressed. There was the open heart that truly we met everywhere we went. If there were ones who were into creative expression of wanting to see what they could do with the physical body, we would absent ourselves from any danger, because there were, as there is still in this day and time, the various tribes, gatherings of people who wanted to have power. Worldly experience has sought after power a long, long time, forgetting that the power is in love, in the divinity, and that there would not be the demonstration of any kind of power without the power of reality, capital R, the Christ nature, the divine nature from whence all power comes. However, it is used as the choice of the seeming individual at that time just for the experience of it. So, if there would be a thought, and we were very much into thought patterns, to see what they could do to our physical bodies, we knew how to absent ourselves quite quickly. The ones who traveled with us also knew this. So there was never any forcing of a destiny, as you would call it. We knew, as truly you know at a very deep level, that you are in charge of your life. And so if it was not hospitable, we did not stay around. Most of the ones that we met and interacted with were of the heart, of oneness with nature, except for some in various collections of what was called the civilized world, and that was not always so civilized. The ones that we met in the more primitive areas, as is judged, were much more open to the heart energy and to nature and to the oneness with all life forms. Anywhere you go, you will find ones drawn to you because of your heart center, because you meet them in love and in the heart energy. You may have mental activities that you do with them, but the main attraction, it is as a magnet, it is the smile upon the face. It is the heart opening and the arms that open into a hug, if ones are open to a hug. It is the hand that is held out to be in a handshake, perhaps if they do not want the closeness of a hug. Drop by drop, little by little, that which you send out is having an effect that you do not see yet. It is as the deep water that runs smoothly underneath and is not seen on the surface where there may be a lot of turbulence. You are part of the deep water that runs peacefully and calmly and strongly underneath. There is no one outside of you bringing it to you. It is you inviting it and believing in it, and knowing that it is for real, capital R. Ones have looked outside of themselves for a long, long time. They have looked to the stars, they have looked to the heavens, they have looked underneath the rocks, they have looked everywhere, high and low, for the magic, the master who is going to make everything right for them. It was prophesied that I would do this, that I would be the Messiah who would lead my people into freedom. Who are my people? Everyone. Not just the ones of the culture that I was born into, but everyone. I did not see division. I would not claim divisiveness. I only claim oneness with all, including all human beings and all forms of life. All forms of life. So I was, yes, the Messiah, as you are the Messiah in this time as you speak to the friends and you give them perhaps a glimpse of something higher and better that they can believe in, a bit of love that they can feel as you give them a hug, a bit of knowing that they are valued, that they are worth something. Many of the brothers and sisters, because of early generational teaching, do not feel that they are worth anything. They have been told over and over that they are worthless. If it has not been said in words, it has been said in deeds, where they were not listened to, they were not encouraged to be all that they could be. And so they have grown up, at least in body, maybe not in the consciousness, to see themselves as still seeking the love that they have felt they never received. So when you come along and you joke with them and you are direct with them about who they are, and you say to them, I behold the Christ in you, not in those words perhaps, because they would not understand those words, but you say to them, I like you. They can understand those words. They may not claim it at first. They may say, well, he thinks he likes me, but if he really knew me, he wouldn't like me. But as you say it over and over to them, they begin to think, well, she's a bit crazy, but I like what she says. So they come back for more. And as they become filled up with a feeling of being liked, it spills over to other ones that they meet, and little by little everything changes. Think not that what you do has little impact. It has great impact. As you will smile at strangers, as you will smile at ones you meet in the shopping malls, in your various places of employment, places where you go, know that you are the Messiah, because truly you are. You are the one who has the message of the Messiah. The Messiah carries the message. I carry the message. I said in word and deed that the human expression is not all there is. I did the demonstration on the cross and the resurrection so that ones could see that there is much more to the creative self, capital S, than just what you have been taught. You carry the message. Allow yourselves to be the Messiah. Take hold of the message and allow others to see. Even if you do not say anything, allow other ones to see that there can be an easier, happier path. Allow yourself to show freedom of being to the world, which is so sorely asking for help. Know that truly you are bringing about a greater vibratory frequency. Not from masters on high who are going to now gift you, but from your own master self. You are bringing in the frequency of understanding the divinity of yourself, the higher frequency of divinity. So the ascension, yes. Miriam and I made ascension a couple of times. Miriam ascended in Gaul when the physical body was burned at the stake. We ascended many times in our understanding of knowing the divinity of ourselves, the same as you are doing. Every day you ascend in consciousness as you perhaps read a sentence or two, and all of a sudden the light bulb comes on and you think, oh, that's what that means, and you come up higher in your understanding of your own message, and you are your own Messiah. Know that truly the ascension in physicality is not the be-all and end-all. It is not the thing that crowns you with your spirituality. You are already spiritual. Otherwise you would not be here doing what you are doing. You would not be having human experience if you were not already spiritual. The ascension that is most important is the ascension in consciousness, the ascension of knowing the heart level, the heart vibration frequency that goes out and attracts unto itself the like frequency, similar frequency, completely equal frequency. That is the ascension that is important, and you can do that every day. You do that every day as you spend time in meditation, however you do your meditation, as you contemplate, well, here I am in another day. I wonder what this day is going to hold. I can't wait to get out and run my feet in the grass outside. I can't wait to get out and look for snails and see if they're still here. I can't wait to meet my friends and to have coffee with them. I can't wait to get out and talk with the friends about this new book I've been reading and the ideas in this book. These ideas are really enlivening. They make my life alive. They make my life joyous. I really get caught up in the heart energy. That is the ascension that is important, the ascension in consciousness, awareness of all life. Anyone, truly, if they want to, can do the physical ascension, but I will share with you that the physical ascension comes after the spiritual ascension. I understand, I see, I feel, I know. And then if it be a choice, you can do the physical ascension. Allow yourselves in every day to wake up and ascend, to wake up and ascend out of the bed, that is your first ascension. And I know that sometimes when you get up it is a bit of a drag, but it is an ascension, and it is the beginning of that day. And then ascend in ideas, and play with those ideas in higher awareness of all life, of all being. Abide in the heart of love and true understanding. Then you are the Messiah with a message. You have ascended. So be it. Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus. Channeled through Judith Coates. www.oakbridge.org